their recommendations are.
Exactly.
So, but they're also saying that they're going to build on the advice of a report that has
Integrate
Exactly.
Right.
So we,
But this is their way of shading that report and
Yes.
constructing it before the actual people who are putting it together are actually going to do it.
okay, I'll read on. Also informed by the Commission's recommendations, explore opportunities to integrate Ontario Disability Support Program and Ontario Works Employment Services with Employment Ontario to avoid overlap and gaps in services and reduce administrative inefficiencies.
Yeah, that was the Drummond recommendation.
Yes.
That was not a correct SAR recommendation.
Yeah.
So they seem to be blurring those two.
Transform the delivery of income-based benefit programs according to a framework that includes more efficient program administration and delivery, seeking to reduce duplication between levels of government, introducing My Benefits accounts to allow simplified access to multiple income-based benefits programs, and modernizing privacy frameworks to support program transformation. Modernizing privacy frameworks.
That sounds like,
Yeah.
say that, just say that little phrase one more time.
Finally, modernizing privacy frameworks to support program
Modifying privacy,
transformation.
modernizing
Oh,
privacy.
I know what it is.
Sharing.
Right now, the
Electronic
different
records.
systems can't talk to each other, so
Can't share.
Canada Pension can't talk to Ontario Works, and this is to cut those walls down.
Silos.
Yeah.
Electronic
Yeah.
records.
The government will also take specific action beginning in 2012-2013 to moderate growth in social assistance expenses.
Next one.
The community startup and maintenance benefits and home repair benefit will be removed from social assistance.
What?
Supports delivered as part of the long-term affordable housing strategy.
Did you have anything you wanted to say, Leanne?
Oh my God.
Okay, tell me what that means, Leanne.
Well, for abused women in particular, it's a fund that allows them to restart again once they leave the abusive situation. It's a very modest amount of money to set up a whole new household. And if that's gone, that means that abused women will be moving into empty apartments.
This is we're going to transfer?
It's going to be transferred to the long-term.
No, they said they're going to transfer.
Okay, I'll keep reading on. Providing low-income individuals and families with access to supports locally without having to be eligible for social assistance will contribute to a lower welfare wall. In addition, providing fewer benefits within social assistance will help simplify rules and support programs integrity and long-term sustainability.
Interesting.
Cutting
Not
costs.
us.
Can I just make one more comment on the community startup? It's also the thing that is used to deal with arrears in hydro and in Enbridge. It's also used to deal with arrears in rent. So if you have a family, it's $1,500 every 2 years for a family and $799, I think, for a single
$7.99,
person.
that's correct. yeah.
So what it's used for is if you run into a problem, it's to keep you from getting evicted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
And that's
also-
gone.
Safety,
Is
yeah.
that gone
Yeah.
or transferred?
Gone, poof, bye-bye.
Is that
It
gone?
says gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is not proposing any increases to social assistance rates at this time. That's fine.
It's going to be removed from social assistance, is what it says.
But hydro goes up and rent goes up because landlords have to get by.
Which means that you'll have to go somewhere else to get it. If it looks like it maybe they're proposing if it's available to everyone, that it's through the long-term housing strategy. That sort of implies to me that it'll be available to everyone. But if you have $100 that's now covering 500 people, and you're going to take that $100 and push it across the community, you're actually going to give everybody
Actually, to me, it sounds like
That's the
there's
only-
going to be even more reliance on other agencies. That they're saying, there's going to be somebody out there to help you. Won't be us, but there'll be somebody out there to help you. And once again, every single time a budget comes through, the agencies in the community that were all strapped, fighting over the same grants and monies, are expected to do more and more and more. And I see this once more.
So who's going to actually, if this goes through housing, who's going to administer it?
So it'll be the housing branch of the city of
So
Ottawa.
the ones that are currently administering the hippie and all that? Skippy,
Long-term
hippy, dippy,
affordable
whatever it's called
housing.
now.
They're the ones who are trying to pull it together.
That's
Develop
that goes
the
to the
housing.
municipal-
And they're doing such a good job now
Is
with
that
all
a-
the
is that a shift in
cockroaches and the walls falling
responsibility?
down.
Is that a shift in response, like a download?
Yeah, and funding.
So is there going to
Yeah.
be money that goes down
So
with
it's
it?
downloading.
Coming out of the existing?
It doesn't say that, but that's what's there. That is the reality.
My suspicion is it'll be
I
the
don't
same
know.
dollar amount, but available to more people. That's what that.
Broaden the criteria.
Would you like me to continue?
Yes,
Ontario
this is
Child
very.
Benefit.
You're doing so
Yes.
well, yes, please.
Ontario Child Benefit. The Ontario Child Benefit is a key component of the government's poverty reduction strategy. The OCB has been particularly effective in allowing parents to continue to work or pursue employment without fear of losing their children's benefits. The OCB has also contributed to lifting 20,000 children out of poverty. The government remains committed to reducing poverty. To continue building on these positive results in a fiscally sustainable way, the government will increase the maximum annual OCB payment from $1,100 to $1,210 in July 2013. The maximum annual payment will be increased again to $1,310 in July 2014. Together, these increases will extend benefits to an additional 90,000 children in 46,000 families. This is a slower increase to the OCB than the government hoped for or planned. Well,
So it slows it.
Expanding opportunities in developmental services. The government is continuing to transform the developmental disability services sector, including integrating special services at home with the Passport program in the spring of 2012. The government plans to shift to a more strategic approach to developmental services funding. It is examining the best way to give individuals and families more choice and encourage greater opportunities for individuals with developmental disabilities to participate fully in their communities while encouraging greater efficiencies in the sector.
So that's funding people, not services. It's,
Individuals and families.
you're not building, you're not system building.
No
This
institutions.
is
No.
the key.
No building institutions.
No.
No building even programs. You're just giving, putting
Yeah, I
money
mean,
in
that's
people's pockets and they
individuals,
go buy it.
families,
Lecture
and
points.
choice.
There you go, yeah,
Coupons.
yeah.
Yeah. Vouchers.
Improving child welfare outcomes. The government continues to work with the Commission to promote sustainable child welfare with the Children's Aid Societies to better focus resources on improving outcomes for children and youth receiving child protection services while containing costs through agency amalgamations, back office consolidations, and shared service delivery. Last year, the Commission identified 21 Children's Aid Societies that could be consolidated. It is anticipated that, as of April 2012, there will be 47 Children's Aid Societies, down from 53 a year ago, as 13 Children's Aid Societies will have merged into 6, and a new Aboriginal Children's Aid Society, Akwesasne, was designated in the summer of 2011. These changes will be complemented by the development of a new funding model, the establishment of new approaches to accountability and outcome management, and improvements in service delivery and financial management through the implementation of the Child Protection Information Network.
So it doesn't say extra money for
No.
children of all the families that are, where the kids are going to be apprehended because they can't afford to feed their kids because their social assistance is broken.
Right, right, exactly. But I mean, that whole 13 down to 6 thing, and they're not looking at other options. They're saying, okay, but we've let in the First Nations, we've let them in, we've let them have one agency, but we've amalgamated all these others, and we're going to look at, and the whole part about restructuring the financial, was a bit of a hubba bubba for me.
The amalgamating is things like they're taking the Toronto Catholic Children's Services, Children's Aid, or whatever it's called,
Yeah.
and the Toronto Children's Aid, and
Yeah.
putting them together, but then are you creating a mammoth organization that's not going to be responsive?
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
like if they took the Toronto Children's Aid and divided Toronto in two, and had one children's services for each of the two sides or something, or, I mean, I don't know. If they, no, what they're suggesting is they're going to take all the children's services in Toronto,
I
Children's Aid.
did that, but they don't want.
They're gonna do that.
They're going to do it,
That's what they're
That's what
saying.
all the reform is all about.
yeah.
Do we want to read reforming the youth justice system?
I don't think so.
Elect-